name is Sin. I'm with Maven26.com. My question is open to anyone. What challenges did you ladies face being women of color in in the media industry, and what did you do to overcome them? And that's open to Jasmine, Robin, or Susan.
This is Robin. I feel like you and I are 20s. You see my shirt looks like your shirt.
I know, yes, straight my
yeah. But anyway, seriously, I don't think that I face challenges. I really don't, and I'm not trying to gloss over that. I mean, I'm from New York. I worked in the music business. I mean, when I started out, there were a lot of the music, like the Uptown and Def Jam were exploding, and we worked hard and we played hard. I don't really think that I've faced many challenges in my career. I mean, I probably have been looked over for positions that I don't even know about, but I pretty much feel like whatever I set out to do, I was able to get. It helped that I freelanced because I was able to move around and I could control my career in a certain way. I mean, there are often, I really cannot think of anything, and I'm at a loss. But that doesn't mean that they weren't there, right? And it probably means that I just kept going forward and I didn't focus on it. I just feel like Jazz says, like I'm very spiritual and I believe in God, and I believe what is yours, whether it's a man or a bag or a house or a car. So I just keep moving in that direction. So I don't really see that I've ever had that situation, but I'll turn it over to my colleagues.
I can weigh in there. And again, this shows diversity, right? I'm also originally from New York. And as I mentioned, I've been producing for over 20 years. But when I was first coming into this field, I started as an intern and then, PA, and worked my way up. I was oftentimes the only person of color or one of very few in the room creating that content and telling our stories, but trying to, work within somebody else's framework of how they thought it should be revealed. And so that has been something that has stayed with me, and learning from other people of color and having opportunities be given to me from that connection of someone who says, I see something in you and I'm going to help you, get to the next level. I think that the game has changed somewhat. Now you have many more of us out there who have worked our way up, and we're now in positions of power, and we have a voice in the room and a seat at the table. However, what you're also seeing now culturally is that mainstream is now trying to tell our stories as well. So I think we have to hold on to that piece of us, that we have carved out a place and a space to be able to do this work and to share our stories with the world. We have to hold tight to that, and really that will take all of us. And that's, again, helping the next generation coming up, making sure that they also have a seat at the table and they have a voice.
Like, I just want to add, Susan, not now. They've always tried to tell our stories. I think that right. One of the things that's disturbing is we take a pitch from somebody from another culture or another gender. I've sat there and listened to white men tell me about Black women movie shows and not even acknowledge that I was a Black woman. So I feel like that's always been an ongoing thing historically, that our stories have been taken by someone else. I think that we're back in vogue again. Black is the new Black again. It's a challenge for us to actually make sure that we're controlling the stories. And so when you see people like us behind the scenes, and that's been my case for my whole career, even if there's just one of us, they lift us up. We bond with each other. So I just want to add that, because that's not a new phenomenon.
And I'll just say that if that's been the challenge, like for me, you always feel like, in some sense, it's not that I'm intentionally trying to reach these glass ceilings and whatever, but you always do come up against, as a Black woman in this industry behind the scenes, in particular, you come up across a lot of assumptions, and a lot of kind of overconfident products of white supremacist structures and patriarchy. So, a lot of, I know better. I know how to tell this story better. And look, it's been always, that has been the case. Like, I've always come across that. I continue to come across that, and I've learned how to shut it down, because in a, effective way. So all that to say that, learning to stand in your own strength and stand in your own power and stand in your own voice and say, look, I got here for a reason. My voice is relevant, and you cannot shut down my voice, whether you're speaking to someone else or whether you're speaking directly to me, or whatever the case may be. Oftentimes that has been the frustration, is coming against that, you know, those systems that are in place, products of those systems, who continue to try to downplay what it is you already know, or kind of upplay how they want you to be, your people to be portrayed, basically, and what's safe, what's comfortable for those
Right.
structures.
I would love to hear Kim Burst answer that question.
It's been some challenges twofold for me. It's just not even just being a woman of color. I walk into a room full of men. It's men crew. It's men band players. It's men directors, lighting directors, and they see this short little light skinned girl popping in there, and they probably think, "Oh, what is she gonna do?" So sometimes you have to set a precedence and get the respect that you deserve, and then let them know that I'm not here just because somebody thinks I'm cool and they like me. And it's definitely been that type of a challenge. But when you stick to, like Robin said, you know, the knowledge, gaining the knowledge and knowing what you're doing is one thing. But when you walk into the room with that knowledge, knowing how to use it and direct it in the right way, so that everybody learns that this is a team, and working together is how we're going to make the finish line. Not because I'm a short little girl from Roswell, Georgia.